Hi, welcome to Temple Baptist Church here in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. I pray that you're having a great day, and I thank you for logging on and sharing just a few minutes with us as I bring to you a few verses out of John's Gospel. And today we're going to be looking in chapter 2. You know, the destructive force of nature is all around us. Storms, hurricanes, typhoons, there are earthquakes, there are fires. There are all kinds of different things that are disastrous in the world. As well, there are man-made disasters. All of us who live here in the United States remember 9/11. We remember the time when those Twin Towers fell, and there on that one single day, more than 5,000 people lost their lives. It truly was a destructive force that ended the lives of many. Jesus talked about destroying something. We find in John chapter 2 and verse 19 that Jesus was in the temple, and that there in the temple the people had turned it into a place that it should never have become. It was a place where they exchanged money and they sold all kinds of things. It no longer was a house of prayer. And Jesus had said that that the temple, that his Father's house, was to be a house of prayer. And so Jesus had cleaned out the temple. And we find that here in this particular chapter that Jesus understood that those around him didn't know who he was. And so he said to them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." Destroy this temple. And they thought that he was talking about the physical temple, but Jesus actually was talking about his body. And all of a sudden, some of the Jews said to him, "It has taken 46 years to build this temple, and will you raise it up in 3 days?" They thought that he was crazy. There's no way that you could rebuild, reconstruct this temple in 3 days. 46 years to build, and you're thinking, tear it down, and you're alone going to rebuild it in 3 days. But Jesus was talking about his own body. He wasn't talking about a man-made structure. See, Jesus came and took on the structure of a man. And taking on the structure of a man, he suffered an agonizing death, being nailed to a wooden cross, stood upright to suffocate and die, to pay the penalty of every human's sin, so that if they would believe in him, they would be able to have eternal life. And at that particular point, with his body being broken, Jesus said, "It is finished. It is finished." What needed to be done was done in the destroying of the structure that was his human body. But we do know that 3 days after his death, he was raised from the dead. The Bible tells us that not only did Jesus see and appear to many of his disciples, but at one particular point, he appeared to more than 500 people at one time. Yes, Jesus came into this world to do that for us, so that we would put our faith and our trust in him. And I pray today that your faith and your trust are in Jesus, not in a man-made temple, not in the words or the teaching of men, but in Jesus, the one who came from Nazareth, the one who was anointed by God, the one who was the Messiah of the world, the one who died on the cross for our sin. I pray that you've made that commitment to him today. If not, then contact us here at Temple Baptist Church. We would love to spend some time with you and help you make that commitment. Join us this week, Sunday morning at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m., Sunday night at 6 p.m. or Wednesday night at 7 p.m. as we worship God together as we study His Word together and as we grow in our faith together. Bless you this day.